Hello, people of YouTube. I'm Havto16, and this is Watchin' It. On here, I watch a movie and then I tell you guys what I thought about it. So the movie I'm going to review this time around is Pacific Rim. This is a movie from 2013, and the premise of this movie is that there's a war going out between humans and these random creatures that came out of the rim of the Pacific Ocean. Holy crap, the title makes sense. But anyway, this movie has a good handful of people in it, but the two standouts for me were Idris Elba and Charlie Hunnam. So my quick review is, overall, I thought this was a really enjoyable movie. It was enjoyable for me until I really started to think. Then I was like, but I didn't like this. I didn't like this. I didn't like this. But overall, it's an enjoyable movie for what it is. Things about the movie that I liked. I really liked the fight between the Jaegers, which are the mecha warriors that the humans control, and the Kaijus, which are the monsters that come out of the Pacific Ocean. These are really big creatures, so it kind of seems like they move a little bit slow, but it was awesome for me, and I really enjoyed it. I really like action movies. I like all types of movies, but action just, I don't know, it's I think it's because it gets to my primal urges. Wow, that's stupid. The Kaijus, I thought were really well done, for special effects wise. I thought that was really cool. Fights were amazing. The acting, it is what it is. Sorry if the framing just went different. My sister's boyfriend changed it. Things about the movie that irked me, unfortunately, everything I can think of that irked me about this movie, I personally think would be in the territory of spoilers. So I apologize for that. So if you want to hear what I thought was wrong with the movie, then might be a little spoiler for you. So if you haven't seen it yet, you may not want to watch. But if you have seen it, here you go. And I'll wave my hands frantically to tell you when I'm done talking about what bugged me. The first thing I gotta mention that bugged me was how they used the Jaegers themselves. If I recall correctly, there's about 4 or 5 main Jaegers, or 4 or 5 Jaegers that are left, because the premise of the movie, it's a final stand, because the government funding is going towards a wall to stop the Jaegers from coming in, as opposed to having Jaegers fight. So it's kind of a last stand of the last remaining Jaegers to fight the monsters. And the reason why I didn't like how they implemented the Jaegers themselves is because the Jaegers that weren't being controlled by either Charlie Hunnam or his rival were just destroyed within 20 minutes, or not even 20 minutes, 10 minutes of being introduced into a first fight. There's a really awesome, I think it's China's one, that has 3 arms, and then the Russians have a freaking behemoth of a Jaeger, and both of them get taken out like nothing, just so that they could show how awesome the other 2 ones were. And I thought that was horrible. The whole movie I was waiting for the Russians to just fucking destroy everything, or for the Chinese to do some crazy things with a 3-armed Jaeger. But if you were hoping to see something like that, you get sorely disappointed in this movie, because they just get annihilated. The second thing I have to say that bugged me about this movie is kind of just the ending in general, how they explained, well, not even just how they explained the parallel universe between Earth and whatever the hell the other place is called. They go off to the other side to destroy the thing. Charlie Hunnam shoots the girl up to go back through the thing, and then he shoots himself to go through. There were 2 problems, that I had with this whole scene. One being that I think time and wise, Charlie Hunnam's character should not have been able to make it all the way through back to the other side with how much time was left in the explosion. And two, I might get this explanation wrong, so maybe this is irrelevant, but I believe it was explained that you cannot cross in the dimension without Kaiju DNA, and when they shoot themselves up, that's purely like Earth-made mechanics, like the pods or whatever. So if they're not supposed to be able to travel without some Kaiju DNA in them, how the hell did they get back? Maybe I'm wrong, but if I remember, that's how I remember it, and that seems like a huge flaw in the movie. Okay, so I'm done with the spoilers. On IMDb, this movie has a rating of 7.2. I'll go a little bit higher and I'll give it a rating of 8 because overall I thought it was a really enjoyable movie, but the two things that irked me, which I believe were in spoiler territory, I don't know, they knocked off a star each for me, because sometimes there are little problems I see in movies that take away little to nothing on the movie, so I could still give it a rating of 9 or 10, but these things that irked me about Pacific Rim were big enough that it affected how I felt about the movie. Well, that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again.